second part, it is going to have a link to the next element. So this value we are going to call it as a data item. So this one we are going to call it as data item, and this one we are going to call it as a pointer variable. So pointer variable, it is implemented with a singly linked list. So the data item we are going to call it as a value, and the linked list to the node structure, it is going to link up to the next one. So for that we are going to use this pointer variable. Okay, how is this semaphore implemented? This semaphore is going to be implemented with two primitives. One we are going to say block state, another we are going to call it as wake up state. One we are going to call it as block state, another we are going to call here as wake up state. So okay, so from running to the wait state, now it is going for IO to happen. At that we need a block state. So from running to waiting, it is going to move. At that state we are going to push it into a block state. Okay, its job has been done with IO. Now again it has to be re-executed at that state. That means again from ready state to the waiting state, again from ready state to the waiting state. Now we are going to say this state as wake up, this state as wake up state. So we are going to put jobs into the waiting queue or a wait state so that it IO gets executed. Once it IO gets executed, now it is up to the job so that it has to be moved again to the ready state. For that, it is going to be implemented with a semaphore, and that semaphore, it is taking up two attributes. One, it is going to be call it as block state, another it is going to call it as wake up state. Okay, how is this totally implemented? Yeah, it is going to be implemented with a structure. It is going to be implemented with a type definition. It is going to have structure, and this structure, it is going to have an integer value, and integer value, it is going to represent the data, and it is going to have a process, and process it is going to be having with a pointer value. So this one data part, it is going to be with this integer value. Next we are going to have a pointer location. So pointer location, it is going to carry the link. So holistically we are going to call this data structure as a semaphore. So now you can assume that a semaphore, it is going to have a data and it is going to have a link, and both of them, they are going to apply the singly linked list. They are going to use a singly linked list concept. Okay, now you can see the pseudocode here. Now you can see this pseudocode here. So first state, it is going to be called as wait state. Next one we are going to call here as signal state. So wait, it is going to say semaphore. Semaphore is going to be implemented with yes value, and you can see this add the process to list. Add the process to list. So I am going to have an empty, I am going to have a empty list. I am going to have a empty list. This one is list, and the first process which is going to happen, it is going to say PI. So PI is going to be in the list, and the next process PJ, next process PK, next process PN. So finally it is going to be block. Okay, who is going to be the first job to enter into the critical section? So it is going to pick up, then it is going to push it into the critical section, and you can see the word here, right? You are going to say this state as remove, and here you can see add it into the list. Okay, in wait state, it is going to build a data structure called as list, and it is going to add one by one process. It is going to add one by one process into the list. So that state we are going to call it as wait state. Okay, once the total list is going to be full, then you are going to say it is blocked, and it is going to remove the first job who is in the wait state, who is in the queue, and it is going to signal it with a semaphore. So we are going to remove it. So you can see this one as a blocked state, this one we are going to call it as wait state. I just explained here. You can see this from a running queue to the waiting queue. We are going to have a blocked state. From the waiting state, to the ready state, we are going to have a wake up state. So the same we are going to invoke it with a pseudocode here. So whenever a jobs are going to enter into a critical section, first they are going to be put in a list and they are migrated with a semaphore called as wait state. So assume PI is in the first, PJ, PK, PN, etc. They are going to be in the list. So they are going to happen an IO and they are put in a block list. Once the thing has been done, that means here we can say from ready state to the waiting state, waiting queue. But now what is going to happen here? This is from running state to the waiting state, and here it is from waiting state to the ready state. So from waiting to ready, it is going to happen, and we are going to use a primitive called as wake up. We are going to use a primitive called as wake up. So today's class, we talked about Peterson's solution. In Peterson's solution, it is first gives test and set with the two elements, two variables Pi and Pj. After that solution has been done, then it extends it to multiple processes, Pi, Pj, Pk, P1, Pn up to Pn. So any number of elements it is going to give. That is first one. Second thing, second synchronization, we are going to talk about mutual exclusion. So in mutual exclusion, we are going to say at most one job will happen, atomicity has to be prevented. It is done with getting the shared variables, acquiring. After the shared variables has been done, you have to release it. It is done with release function. Now the complexity is I have to implement mutual exclusion for acquiring phase and releasing phase. Okay, how do I make acquiring? How do I make releasing? I can make acquiring, I can make releasing using a synchronization tool, that to an integer, that is where we are going to say it as semaphore. So semaphore is going to implement it with two functions. First function they are going to call it as wait state. Second function they are going to call it as signal state. So whoever process wants to enter in a critical section, they are put in a list and they are going to be in a wait state. And the first element, it is going to be entered into the critical section. The first element has been finished, then it is going to make a signal operation. So that is how a mutual exclusion is managed by a signal state. So how many types of semaphores are there? First one, it is going to have a general integer. Second one, we are going to have a counted semaphore, that it is have been implemented with an integer, that too it is having a maximum range. Third, it is having an integer, but still it acquires or it works with only two states, either high or low, as like a Boolean value, and that is why we are going to call it as binary semaphore. So both binary semaphore or a counting semaphore or a general semaphore, all of them they are going to use wait and signal states. So okay, now how is this semaphore giving a solution to busy waiting? Now question is, when is a busy waiting happens? Busy waiting will happen from running state to waiting state, and to do or to give a solution for this, it is going to use two primitives. One it is called as block state, another it is going to call it as wake up state. In block state, what it is going to do is, in block state it moves all the jobs which needs IO from running state to a waiting state. It is going to use a singly linked list, and each node it is going to have a value and it is going to have a pointer variable. After Pi, who is next? Pj. After Pj, who is next? Pk. In this way, it is going to make a chain using a pointer variable that it is going to maintain as a list. Okay, first job is done. Now the first job has to be moved from waiting state to the ready state. For that, again it is going to use a function called as wake up, and that function it is going to be written in a algorithm called as signal. So what happens is, it picks up the first job and it is going to signal it. Okay, it is entered into the critical section, it uses. After that, who is next? So in this way, it is moving from one process to another process between two states, either a wait nor signal, and this is implemented using a semaphore, and that too it is going to maintain a list. So this is all what we have discussed for today.